they're just about ready to kick it away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. First down for this offense. Looking for space. It's Hankerson. Found just enough running room. He picks up 4 to the 15. Auburn to the line in a hurry. Quarterback checking the play. Looking to throw, it's Ward. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. 3rd and 6, and they'll need a big play here on this opening drive. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it behind the line. It's Fletcher. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and settle.
Quarterback empties his backfield. Quick pass on the fly motion. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there. They'll try to snap it quickly. Now on the option. He'll toss it. And that might have been a bad read as the defense just swarms all over the pitch man.
Listen, I know there are a lot of DBs out there that all they want to do is get interceptions and dance in the end zone. This dude likes to put his face in the fan, get close to the line of scrimmage, and tackle. And on the opening drive, if he's out there, he gets a huge tackle for loss early. That is a statement play.
He's got it on the run. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Takes a handoff. It's Fletcher. At the 45 on his way. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Yeah, defensively, you better be ready to run east and west when you're playing against this offense and their running game. That time, the offense was able to outflank the defense to the right side for a big play.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Bought a little time, lets it go. Just a short pass to the tight end. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. You know, Jesse, I like to joke that the tight end is always open. That's ridiculous how open he was.
Yeah, that would have been an understatement on that one. And I think the quarterback couldn't believe it himself. He took his steps, was reading coverage, and he thought, man, I mean, you're giving us this for...
And they got him. He'll get him down for the sack.
You spread me out, I'm going to speed you up. Nice job. They go empty. Nobody in the backfield to help the quarterback block. The linebacker comes right up the gut, gets to the quarterback, gets him on the ground.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Ball in the air, intercepted. Trying to take it back. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
3rd and Africa is extremely difficult. When I know it's a passing situation, I get to rush the passer and pin my ears back. I get to put more DBs on the field to drop back and really play pass coverage. You could tell the offense was trying to force it, trying to get that first down. Makes the difference.
And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack. Keep bringing the heat like that, and you can fall in line with the likes of Derek Brown or Nick Fairley.
Man, I still remember that Nick Fairley season where he put the defense on his back. Cam Newton took care of the offense, but he...
Deep shot for the end zone. Makes the catch and gets the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game day.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Auburn lines up quickly. To the ground with the back. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
This guy's a game changer at the running back position, man. And don't you just feel like you have to be if you're going to be toting the rock at Auburn? Bo Jackson obviously won a Heisman Trophy. Cadillac Williams, Ronnie Brown on the same team at the same time. And then Tank Bigsby here in recent years, too. Physical runners, but they also had speed. They were the total package, and I think this guy fits right into that category.
Going to try to pop one on the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
Well, the defense sniffed that screen out perfectly. All the D linemen, they were reading the body language of the offensive line. They knew something was up, and when the screen pass got thrown, they were right there to make the tackle.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Lofts one high and deep. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
It's not the end of the world. Bear with me. There is nothing worse than watching wide receivers run those little under routes, and I throw the football, and I'm 10 yards short. You got to push the ball down the field if you're going to get the first down. And guess what? You threw an interception, so be it. You made the tackle, no big deal. It's kind of like a punt.
Pre-snap motion in the backfield. To the air on first down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. First down to start the drive after the break. Oh, he tosses it back. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. And here comes the offense on second down. Defense dropping into soft coverage. Back to throw. It's Mahomes. Going for the big play. Oh, did he toast the coverage? Got it deep downfield. The big explosive play put him right on the edge, but you got to finish the deal. They're going to run it. And he hammers his way in for a touchdown. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Jordan. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Looking for a productive play on first down. They'll give it to the back. He locked up and held on to bring him down. Auburn to the line in a hurry. On second down, he'll let it fly. Quarterback floating away from pressure. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. And the defense jumps on it. They get that turn. Welcome to Mount Pleasant, Michigan, and the home of the Central Michigan Chippewas, and it looks as if we are due for a full house as we have a terrific game in store. We've got a terrific matchup for you today, rich in pageantry and tradition, and it ought to be a fantastic clash. As we'll see a squad from the Sun Belt, the Georgia Southern Eagles, taking on a team from the MAC, the Central Michigan Chippewas. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Georgia Southern will kick it off to get things started. He'll start the return inside his spot. And he loses the ball deep in his own end. And this fumble bounces out of bounds. If this were a wider field, like maybe in Canada or something, that might have been a turnover.
And they could have turned it into a rouge, eh? I mean, this was a great chance by the defense here. I just love the fact that they are flying around and trying to dislodge the football from these ball carriers.
A first down for the offense. He leaves it with the back. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Now they'll run the draw. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on second and short. Looking for a man, it's Lavis. Pressure coming. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40. The Chippewas are rolling down the field. Quarterback checking off. He's looking to throw it. Quarterback adapting. On the run, fires downfield. Complete to the right. And he was off to the races. Finally tripped up at the 36. And the Chippewas with the 1st and 10. The give to the back. Couldn't really get started there. Pick up a 1 to the 35. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Now sliding to his left. A beautifully placed ball to the outside and the toe drag for the big pickup.
One of the things that makes this quarterback so dangerous is how accurate he can be when he's on the run. And he's a guy that's looking to throw. He's not looking to take off himself. Showed you that accuracy on that play to get the first.
They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Knocked down after a gain of 1. They'll mark it at the 6. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. Extending the play. Into the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. And it's knocked away. They'll give up the ball, failing to convert on 4th.
Coaches talk about it all the time. We're going to be aggressive. Well, they were aggressive on that first drive. They go for it on 4th down. No dice. Now you put your defense on the field. I like the aggressiveness, but now you got to deal with some of the consequences.
They're going to throw it to start the drive. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. He's going to take a shot. It's caught downfield. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. Line gets set, first down. He's going to pass. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Fires into traffic, picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Most defenses are lucky if you have one good covering corner. Fewer are lucky if you have two. They've got three DBs, three corners that can play at the same time in their nickel package that they feel can go mano-a-mano with anyone in the country. You saw it on that last play coming away.
They'll run it from the gun. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Dropping back, it's Lavis. Moves away as he feels pressure. It's complete on the right side. Still on his feet at the 45. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. Just got to get him to the ground quickly.
Here's the handoff. Powers forward, but stopped after a pickup of 2 to the 24.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, third, fourth quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
Looking to throw on second down. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback,
lets it fly deep downfield. It is incomplete, and he almost had himself an interception in the end zone. It'll be fourth down.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're third and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Now on fourth down, they'll settle for a field goal try. Kick comes up a little short, and now he's thinking kick 6.
And I love that the field goal block unit was prepared. They had a guy back deep. They understood it was a long field goal. And, Jesse, how about making a play as a field goal kick team, basically a kickoff team, going and making a tackle?
Yeah, they were saying, we're not doing kick 6. This isn't Auburn, Alabama back in the day. And the bigger L is up front. It's the offensive linemen that have to get out there and make a tackle. You're right. That was impressive.
Now from the 40, it's first and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Coming after it. And the quarterback is snowed under.
And those outside linebackers nowadays, they're so fast. They got to cover ground. You can blitz them off the edge, and they can get after quarterbacks. Versatile. That's why they're getting drafted so high in the NFL and getting paid all that money.
Quarterback moving. Makes his connection. There's a live football. And he was able to get back on top of his own fumble.
Man, did they catch a break. The wide receiver, you could tell, man, trying to fight for extra yards after the catch. Coughs it up, but what do you know? Bounces right back to him, and he says, yes, please, I will take that.
You know, as a receiver, it's so critical and important to know where the sticks are. He was able to modify his route, so he knew as soon as he caught it, he was just going to have enough to keep this drive alive.
They go to the ground. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. He wants to throw. Trying to get to him. Got it in the middle. It's White. Touchdown, Eagles! Reeled it in and just made the house call. Well, that was easy.
Pass rush? Question mark? I mean, you got to affect the quarterback. These quarterbacks are way too good nowadays. You can't blame the secondary. Who am I going to go point to back there? Defensive line has to do a better job making that quarterback feel uncomfortable. You can't have that long to throw the football.
He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Crosses the 30 to the 31, a 6-yard gain.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Georgia Southern 7, Central Michigan 0.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Now on the counter. Not a lot of daylight. He gets one to the 32. The Chippewas moving quickly to the line. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Fires to the tight end. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. These routes have some reads and adaptability built in, and the big fella found that cushion and made the play.
Man, it's so awesome how much offenses have evolved. They know exactly what they're getting, where to sit down, quarterback, tight end, on the same page, gets the first down.
Working that left side now. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. Picked up some yardage with that completion, now second down. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. They're going to run it. Makes the stop at the 49, give him 5 yards on the play and a first down. And the Chippewas look to keep this drive humming. They're going to go right back to him on first down. Find some fresh air. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Handoff to the lone back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Lost yardage on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Trying to escape and get it himself.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. Good right down the boulevard. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. And that is not the optimal solution there. The kickoff out of bounds, and the offense will have a little bit easier time of things. Offense set on 1st down. To the air. It's French. All kinds of time to survey the field, and he throws left. And the ball is picked off. Taking it the other way. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision making.
Central Michigan takes over, and we'll get another look at this offense. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field. Find those guys down the field.
And you know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys around and see if you can create some better one-on-one matchups.
Quarterback will audible. He wants to throw here on 2nd down. Looking to the big tight end. On target to the left. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a 1st down. The Chippewas come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Get it out on the screen. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Ball spotted at the 27. It's 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Looking to the big tight end. It's caught. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the 1st down. They knew they could slip that tight end behind the backers with that play-action fake.
Well, it's because I can't win, Reese. I have to play the run. You know, all these RPOs, all these different things, it makes me come up and use my eyes and play run. And these tight ends are so valuable to find space behind. Knew where he was going with the football the whole time because the big fella, he's always open.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. Going to work in the red zone, they can pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Back to pass, it's Lavis. He's got it into the end zone. Touchdown, Chippewas.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Returner will field it and try to get some field position. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Georgia Southern has it back, ready to go to work on offense. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get lathered up.
He wants to pass it on 2nd down. He lobs one high down the left side. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
Man, that's a couple bad throws. Last possession obviously ends in an interception by this quarterback. And now you throw another one, you know, in harm's way. You got to make sure you're throwing to the open guy. Make sure you're taking care of that football. We can't have any more turnovers.
And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the 1st down. They're going to ride this running back. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
But with the weapons this offense has, you knew it was just a matter of time in the run game before someone was going to break a long one. They'd just been running into a wall. They just couldn't seem to find their creases and get enough movement up front, but they finally got it there, picking up the first. Let's see what happens next.
He'll throw it. He makes the connection. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. Georgia Southern in a hurry. Off the play fake. Grab behind the line. It's White. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. Looking to throw for it. They're working that left side. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
I don't always have to push the ball down the field. I love when QBs drop back, look at it matchups. Oh, I got my running back. I think he can get the first down. Give him the football. Let him be an athlete with the football in his hands after he catches it. Nice job by the QB. Nice job by the running back.
They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. The Eagles will have it 1st and 10. Wide receiver coming across in motion. With jet sweep pass. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Yeah, and way to be creative, way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly, get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that first down. Nice job. Nice.
Got some room, headed to the goal line, and he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Eagles! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're on top by 5.
Is good.
They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering.
Central Michigan, 9.
That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Power football with the run. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Back to throw, it's Lavis. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Into double coverage, and they made him pay. It's intercepted. Looking for more room. And he's dragged down after the interception, and that's how we'll close out the first half.
That's the end of the first half. With the score, Georgia Southern, 14. Central Michigan, 9.
They're lining up to boot it away.
36, set to advance on the football.
And he's coming out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Georgia Southern has it back, and here comes the offense again. As they get ready to start this third quarter, think how big the lead might be if they'd taken care of the ball.
Well, the game might be over, Reese, but if you're on defense right now, you've gotten a couple turnovers early, and you're saying, okay, we're going to need to keep this up. We got to stay aggressive for us to have a chance to win this game, but we believe we can do it.
Yeah, you've already done it, so of course you're going to believe it. Keep playing fast, keep playing physical, and then tell your offense, hey, we need a little help over here. Can you help us out and put some points on the board?
Handoff from the gun. They believe in that running game. Got 6 before he stopped at the 23.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
They'll try to move the chains on the ground. He just needed a yard on third down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
And the offense stays on the field on 4th and 1. I'm not sure they're just trying to make the defense jump. I believe they think they can get it. Try to get it on the ground. That ought to be enough to move the chains and give Georgia Southern a first down. They want to get this defense on its heels.
You know, college football is so much about emotion and momentum and trying to find parts of games where you can grab it. How about going for it on 4th down on your own end of the field early like that and coming away with the first? That's huge.
Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
And it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people can do it. Again, we see the freaks and we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
The option look. Oh, there's a loose football on the bad pitch. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it.
Nice heads-up play by the defense to jump on that ball after it got popped out.
Central Michigan has it back. Let's see what the Chippewas can do on offense. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
And the Chippewas are in the hurry-up. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. To the air, it's Lavis. Feeling some heat. Quarterback strolling away from heat. Got out of trouble, got rid of him. And that 3rd down pass left a vapor trail, but it's incomplete. They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Despite failing earlier on 4th down, they will try again here. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got it, and they convert. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. The Chippewas getting set on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. They're bringing heat. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. And the incompletion brings up a 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Right down the middle. Incomplete. He threw that one up for grabs and into traffic. Fortunate to get it back. They've got a ways to go on 3rd down from the 24 as this defense tries to force him into a field goal try. Fires to the tight end. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep. And the Chippewas have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They move the tight end all over. Slams it ahead. Close to the end zone, and the ball's out. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
And that's hard to swallow. You're in scoring position. You got set up perfectly inside the 5-yard line. Everything looking good. You can't fumble the football. You got to take care of it. Man, what a missed opportunity for this offense.
At the 15, he's loose. Off he goes. And that tackle almost certainly saved a touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain.
Yeah, it was explosive, but shoot, Reese could have run through that hole. I mean, it was wide open. He didn't have to break anybody's ankles. He didn't have to run through tackles. I mean, just great blocking up front and horrible, horrible defense.
Buys a little extra time. Trying to make magic with his feet. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here.
You see a lot of quarterbacks get in trouble when they start forcing things. He did a really good job. He wanted to throw the football. You could tell. Drops back, nothing open. It's okay. I'm just going to take off and get what I can get.
Using his legs, it's White. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
And I love these offensive coaches going right back to your guy. I believe in you. Just because you fumbled doesn't mean I'm not going to give you the football.
Yeah, and he's repaying the favor right now to this coaching staff as well. And doesn't it just seem like he's running with a little bit more juice? He looks like he's ticked off.
And they'll stop him inside the 5, but the defense is backed up in the shadow of its own goalpost. Powers forward. Touchdown, Eagles. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Man, did he show some hops for that one.
Some serious vertical right there. I tell you what, everybody in front of you, hey, I'll go by air if I need to. Good job getting in the air, getting the touchdown.
To the air, it's Fred. It's a fake, and the kicker's going to throw it. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. Central Michigan takes over, and we'll get another look at this offense. Ball security going to be paramount this time, Jesse.
Yeah, and sense of urgency, too. They're trailing in this game right now. The turnover wasn't great, so, David, they really got to be able to put something positive together on this drive.
Put something positive together, be aggressive, but don't be reckless. Can't have any more of those turnovers.
He'll fire to his right. And he hauls it in inside the 30. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains.
It's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
They'll give him 1 to the 28-yard line. The Chippewas want to pick up the tempo. He's looking for a man on second down. Getting some heat. Bought a little time, lets it go. And that ball is picked off. Got some room to run. He's at the 40, the 20, the 10. Touchdown, Eagles. How about that D coming up with a play like that? It is one thing to come up with the interception. No, don't stop there. Turn it into a score.
Make a big play and don't be content. That's right. Go out and make an even bigger play, and he does it. He makes the pick and then takes it all the way back to the house. Looked like a wide receiver, for goodness sakes. Turn on the Jets, making the big play.
They're lining up to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it. On the move from inside his 5. He goes out of bounds on that return right at the 20-yard line. Central Michigan has it back. Let's see what the Chippewas can do on offense. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive throwing a pick 6, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is frothing at the mouth. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just made a big play. They got all the momentum, so they're ready to hunt.
Looking downfield, it's Lavis. Pocket starts to collapse. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Georgia Southern.
They've changed ends of the field, now facing third down as they go back to work. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. That falls incomplete. They had the screen all set up, and he couldn't hang on to the ball. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He lofts one down the sideline. Can't hook up on the long throw, and fourth down goes by the boards for this offense.
Well, at this point of the game, in the second half, down 3 possessions, you're not punting anymore, right? Every fourth down you're going to be going for, regardless of where you are on the field. The problem is, defense knows it too, so they're going to play call accordingly. That time, they had a better play call on. They execute. It's just been that kind of day for this offense.
Looking for a man. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Georgia Southern. And the pummeling has started.
Georgia Southern.